Want a more realistic economy in The Sims 4? Today I'm showing you the 3 mods that take SN Bank to the next level: SNBills, Real Estate, and Financial Center. Let's see how they work together and how to get them set up in the game. The first mod that is compatible with the SNB Bank mod is SNBills. Now with this one, you can actually set up home services using power, water, or garbage, or you can even get things like basic cable TV or basic internet. And if you decide to go with premium, you actually get premium cable and internet, which allows your sim to have a better experience. We can also customize our home experiences too. So if you want to go into your app, you can take off certain things. Like for me, I have premium cable and internet, but if I don't want that installed, I can actually take that away. So that's something that's really cool that I really like about this SNBills mod, is that it just adds a layer of gameplay that we haven't seen before. Next, we also have our government benefits. So if you want child support or alimony, you can get that. You can also get this well fund for families. So that's basically kind of like welfare, where you have to make less than 40,000 simoleons. You can't own a business. So like if you have a gameplay that's kind of like a rags to riches sorts of thing, this would be really fun to see in the game because it actually gives you, I think it's 350 simoleons per week. You can also manage your utilities with the SNBills mod. You can pay your utility bills. So for my sim, she doesn't have any yet, but you can see that the estimated cost is around 644 simoleons. You can pay your property taxes with this mod. So it'll show you after 4 weeks of gameplay, and it'll give you a number that you have to pay. And if you don't pay your bills, you actually can get embarrassed in front of everybody. That's what I read online. And if you download the real estate mod, which I'll show in just a moment, if you don't pay your property taxes, like you'll get embarrassed in front of like everybody and your name gets put in a newspaper. It's something like that, but it's supposed to embarrass your sim. So make sure that you pay your bills. And you can even pay your bills with the SNB account. So if you haven't watched that video, go ahead and check that out because you have to have that installed before any of these mods will work. But if you have any simoleons in your SNB account, you can transfer them here and pay all of your bills here. So that is the first mod that is compatible with SNB Bank. Let's go ahead and talk about real estate. The next mod that is compatible is Real Estate. Now this one adds a different type of gameplay. So this just allows you to be more experienced when it comes to being a landlord. It provides a better experience if you're a tenant. You can sell your house, you can buy a house, you can manage multiple properties. So that one's actually really fun. It's a lot that I can't explain in this video. Like I could really make a video for each of these mods, but I just wanted to show you where they all live. That way you kind of get an understanding of kind of how they work, just in case you want them in your game. So if you select a realtor, you can actually see them based on their rating and their commission and how many years of experience that they have in the field. So this sim's name is Kanika, and she has a 5-star and her commission is 3.92%, and she has 19 years of experience. So I actually want to hire her as a realtor. And when I do, I get this full rundown of what she offers, what she's supposed to do, all kinds of things. And now that I also have that installed, we can actually make an appointment with our realtor, and she will actually show up to our house and we can talk to her about all the different things that we want in the house. We can set our wish list. We can do all sorts of things with her now. So I'm just going to go ahead and check that out, and she should show up soon. So now that the real estate agent has shown up, we also have this icon here under more choices that says real estate. We can set our house wish list too. So if there's certain things that you want in your sim's home, you can do that. So you can set your value range from like 15 to 20,000. For me, I did 10 to 12,000 because my sim only has 14,000 simoleons. It's really up to you. It just always has to end in a K. And then you can set the world that you want to live in, and it just shows you, like, I guess, I don't know if that's the property value. I don't know exactly what the percentage means. I'll put some documentation in the description box so you can read through it. And then you can just select which one you want to live in and any traits that you want to see in your house as well. So that just gives your real estate agent a kind of look of what you want to see in a house. And that's how you basically buy a property. You can also manage several properties with this mod. So if you want to rent out to other tenants, you can definitely do that with this one. There's so much that you can do with this specific mod. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the next mod, which is all about the financial center. Last but not least, we have the financial center. And this mod just basically adds in a whole new immersive system when it comes to banking. So you can actually put banks into your game and you can allow for your sim to go and talk about loans. So as you can see, this sim right here is an account manager. We can talk to her about our account, so we can open an account from her if we want to. So like if you don't have the SNB bank account set up, you can actually set one up with her. We also have another account manager that we can talk with, and this last one is a loan officer. So you can actually request a loan from this person. So I'm going to exit out of this interaction and I'm going to speed this up so you can see what this looks like in game. So you can actually inquire about loans. You can apply for a loan, or you can apply for a mortgage. So there's all kinds of different things that you can do with this particular mod. And for the mortgage to work, you also have to have the real estate mod installed into your game. So just make sure that you're downloading all the mods. I would just do them all together, to be honest. That way you have everything in one place. You can apply for a loan. So this will actually go into the family checking account that I have for my Sims. And you can apply for an SNB credit account or apply for a partner loan. And so when you apply for a loan, you can actually click on how much you want to borrow. So let's just say our Sims want to borrow 10,000 simoleons. And so now it says, congratulations, your 10,000 simoleon loan application has been pre-approved. Here's a list of the available terms. So you can do 10,000, 4 weeks unsecured, 15% rate. So it's really up to you how much you want to spend and how much you want to get. So that's what makes this mod really fun, is that it feels super, super realistic. And I really love that it just adds something different. As I'm getting into modding, it's just like all these mods are so fun and they just make the Sims, it's just more realistic, and I just really love playing a little bit more. So I'm just going to apply for this one, and it says consequences of non-payment. It says failure to comply with the weekly payments will result in late fees, repossession, eviction, and eventual lawsuit. So I'm just going to go ahead and accept this agreement. And it says congratulations, your SNB loan application has been booked. Your current SNB account is now 11,500. So that's good to know, because I actually started off with 1,500. So that's perfect. So now we actually got our loan and we have to start paying it back. So that's pretty much what this mod does. There's a little bit more that goes into it, but I don't want to overwhelm you. That's just what the mods look like. But if you're really interested in all of these mods, I'm going to go ahead and go into the download and installation process. That way you can do all of this in your game as well. So if you want to download these mods, I have these 3 tabs open here at the top, and I'm going one by one. Now I'm just starting off with SNBills. So this is just the one that allows you to break down all of your bills by like power, gas, internet, all that good stuff. So if you want to read through all of this, you definitely can. I did it myself because I wanted to learn about everything that this mod had to offer, and I didn't want to leave anything out. So I would definitely read through all of this. Make sure you have the latest patch of this particular mod, all of that good stuff. So once you're ready, you're just going to click on this download now. And you can donate if you would like to, but if you don't want to, you can just click on no thanks, just take me to the downloads. So you're actually going to download this particular one at the top, which is a zip file. You're going to click on that. And as you can see, that has now went into my downloads folder. The next mod that you're going to want to download is the for rent one, or the real estate. So this one also too has its own page. So if you want to read through that, you definitely can. But they are pretty much set up the same, and you're just going to click on download now. Just take me to the downloads. And you're also going to click on download here. And now that file is in your downloads folder too. Lastly, we're going to want to do the SN Bank Financial Center. Now, this one is a little bit different because you have some tray files that you're going to have to put in another part of your files in your mods folder. So you're just going to click on download now, and you're just going to say, no thanks, just take me to downloads unless you want to donate. And so what you're going to do is download the second file, which is the Sim National Bank Financial Center, and that's the zip file. So those three are going to go into your downloads, and we'll actually do those first and install them before we install the financial center venues, because that can be a little bit tricky. So let's go ahead and install all those files, and then we'll come back and put these financial centers in. So now you're in my downloads folder, and as you can see, we have those 3 zip files. Now, if you haven't watched my mods video, I would also mention that you need to pin your mods folder. That way you can just drag and drop them when you're ready to. That way it's not so much of you extracting all of those files. So you can just right click once you find where your mods folder is located, right click it, and then you can click, I think it says pin to something, I can't remember, but it's going to allow you to pin that. That way it always sits right here. That way you can just drag and drop your mods. I just think that makes things a little bit more easy. So the first thing you're going to download is the financial center, which is this one. Now, all of these have a package and a script file. They're not as intimidating as they look. Basically, what you're going to do is just take these and copy them and drop them into your mods folder. So those are going to be the packages that you need in order for each of these mods to work. So now we've done the financial center. Now we can do Sim Realist. We're going to do the exact same thing and just paste those into the mods folder. Now for this mod, I wouldn't put too many subfolders because if you do, it'll break. So you can just leave it as the packages in the full mods folder, or you can make a subfolder. It's up to you, but you can't go multiple folders deep. And then lastly, we're just going to put bills in there. So we're just going to drop that in our mods folder. So when we put them in there, now you should see all of your files. So as you can see, you have Sim Realist, you have the bank, and you have these script files. So altogether, you should have 6 files in your mods folder. So if you don't have 6, go back and watch again and install them correctly. So now let's go back online, and we're going to actually get those venues too, because that requires a little bit of a different kind of download. So once you open that and download it, we can go back into the downloads folder. And now we have all branches here. So it really just depends on which branch that you want to see. So there's one that's made specifically for Newcrest, one for Oasis Springs, one for Willow Creek. I think I put the one from Willow Creek in mine. So it's going to have this crazy wonky number inside of it for all of these files. Don't get intimidated at all. They're literally just like copy and paste, basically. So you're just going to take your cursor and just highlight all of these, copy. You can push the back button and just keep going back until you can go into your mods folder. From there, you can see the Sims 4 at the top. So we're in the mods folder, but we want to go out to Sims 4 and go into tray. And then you're just going to paste these in there. So that's pretty much how you do it. I know that's kind of weird because we don't usually use the tray all that often, but I'll walk through it one more time. So you're just going to go to downloads, select whichever branch you want, gather those files, copy them, go into your mods folder, go back into the Sims 4, click on tray, paste. So that's what you're going to do to get your thing in there in terms of the financial center. And I'll go ahead and show you how you can also install that financial center and have it show up correctly in game. So let's go ahead and do that too. So now that you've downloaded all of your files, you can now go ahead and place your bank if you have installed all of the files correctly. So what you're going to do is go into open the gallery, and you're going to go under my library. And also here on the side where it says advanced, under this long list of things, you're going to check that on to include your custom content, because these banks are actually CC. They're not something through the game. So you can scroll through your entire library, and as you keep scrolling, you should see your bank pop up. So I have all kinds of things in my library. There's no telling where this thing is at. So I'm going to keep scrolling. Here it is. You can actually click it and you can place your lot. So I'm going to select this bargain bin and I'm going to click confirm. Now just make sure that you set it as generic. Don't have it listed as residential, or else people will not come to work and this mod will not work how it's supposed to. So now you're just going to click on replace lot. So now it's just going to straight up build everything that you need. So we're just going to have to wait. And as you can see, everything's being loaded up. And now we can actually go in and build. So if you want to change things about this mod or about this venue, you can definitely do that. But as you can see, everything's already set up for you and you don't really have to do anything, which is nice unless you want to redecorate. But you do have to make sure that your venue is set as generic. So just make sure that you do that before anything. And if it asks you to change the lot type, you're just going to click OK. Now, in terms of traits, this traits right here, this Sim National Bank has to be one of the traits. And if it's not, then the people won't come to work. So those are the two main things you have to make sure that you do, is that you set this to generic and that you have this Sim National Bank pop up when you look at the traits. Now you can also set other traits as well, so those will still work. But that's basically all you have to do to install a bank into your game. I know it's a lot when it comes to SNB, but it's actually really fun once you get into it, and it makes everything a little bit more realistic. And I love how they actually invested the time and energy to make sure that, we enjoyed this mod, and they're continuously updating things, making things look better, making them feel more realistic. So you can definitely check back with them soon, and I'm sure they'll have some updates, and just make sure to update your game regularly. So if you like this video, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me down below. I am happy to help you get this installed properly. But I will see you in my next video, and hopefully you'll like this one. Bye.